But I started thinking about it along the lines of what could we do, like for giveaways at shows. Um, so it came back, and me and Mary got together, and what this book does, it walks somebody, a young person, a first or second grader, through all of our processes, starting in engineering, ending up with the final product. It kind of took on its own life because initially it was geared towards you guys, the sales folks, and it kind of became this thing. Well, you know what? This is an important thing. This is the right thing to do to educate.
It's not even like sales related anymore.
No, no, it's like, okay, you know, and it became like, this is a great tool. I've literally probably every kid's book that we ever bought, and then we decided to give it all away. All right, like we talked earlier, and Mary, you know, she just took off with it, and you know, one of the first images we got back for the illustration was a line drawing, and we looked at each other and was like, oh, this is a coloring book. But then, and like, then Mary took off with it. This is so. Talk a little bit about the guides in particular.
Yeah, so I mean, we started out with the book, and from that, like Tim said, it just expanded. So we have activity books too, some printed versions with coloring pages and different things the kids can do. And we have stickers and magnets and all kinds of stuff all about manufacturing. And what's really cool is that we were able to give it a life online. So on our website now, we have a BPI for kids. So they can go and they can get the coloring pages, activities, anything, experiments, like little at-home simulations of permanent mold casting. So it's a really hands-on activity that they can do. But this morning I was reflecting, I wrote down some stats, and we've actually given away 250 books to 15 local schools and libraries.
Very cool.
So it's been a book per teacher in classroom. So that's over 200 classrooms that we've reached just by teaching them more about manufacturing.
Wow.
And then of those, I've personally visited 7 to read to students. And I tallied it up. It's over 500 students that I've read to.
That's cool.
So
Awesome.
I was losing my voice towards the end.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to tag along with Mary on one of the school visits, and I mean, how many? It was like 4 or 5 different classrooms brought all their kids out, and it was very entertaining for me. And Mary and I had to laugh a couple of times because you're just trying to educate younger students who, again, may not know anything about casting or the industry or just manufacturing in general. The questions we got, but talking with Mary over the 7 different schools that she went to, there's a lot of great kids that ask some interesting questions that are very intrigued by what's going on in the manufacturing space. And on that, I think Rachel actually had a really good story if you want to.
Oh, yeah. So it kind of just goes to show about we like to get out into our community, and Mary obviously went to the local schools, and I happened to have some of my cousin's kids go to that school, and they didn't know, the kids are young, so they have no idea what we do. And Mary went to go read to their class, and I get a text probably the next day from my cousin saying that her second youngest son was like, Mom, I want to go work for Batesville Products. I don't know what I want to do yet, but when I get older, that's what I want to do. And so that was kind of pretty cool to hear. Yeah. Like, it was a nice message to get to see that the kids are actually interested in learning about this stuff and hearing about it.
All those over 500 kids that I read to, we sent them home with stickers and coloring pages to take home too. There was one class that we did a little activity where we built a paper robot that could use a magnet to move paper clips, and they went home with their own cobot, and it looked exactly like the pictures. And I had moms emailing me the next week like, my kid little Susie loves the robot. It's just crazy to me how impactful that it's been on the student.
Again, we weren't in this, and we still aren't in this for Batesville Products getting the notification of the rep because of this. We're in this because we want to help educate. The younger generation, understanding that manufacturing is still a really cool space and it's getting cooler. Jonathan mentioned walking through and just the amount of robotics, and that's cool.
And this is, I think, also something I think about a lot is management and the ownership embrace this. This wasn't what's the ROI on this.
Yeah, and customers are loving it, as
Yeah.
well. If they have kids, and I had a customer reach out, and he goes, secretly, I just want the book for myself. And he was excited to see it, passed it around to friends and family who have small children as well, and they loved it. My daughter, she's 11, so she's a little bit older for the book, but I read it to her, and she's like, "Let's read that again, Dad." So she really liked it, and yeah, it's been an awesome.
Yeah,
response.
a lot of our employees are taking it home, and they can show their kids, this is what I do. Like this page, this is me.
That's the neat thing
Yeah.
too, is to explain what you do.
It's hard to
work.
explain manufacturing and put it on a kid's level of understanding. But I think they found a lot of value in being able to show their kids, this is what I do.
So, some of this is actually on our website, Living Breathing. You could download some of the coloring books.
Well, there's a online
It's a video of me
video of her
reading it.
turning the pages, and they can download it, or they can fill the application. We'll send you one for free. So